Hi, so welcome back to Set Design on a Budget. I decided to work outside again, and the weather's been a little crazy. It's almost drizzled on me, and well, hopefully it'll be okay. It is in Florida, and you never know. Today is a nice day. It's not cold, it's not hot. It's actually nice and perfect at the moment. So what I want to show you is what we started on in another video earlier. I showed you how to do some wood graining just using a chip brush. Just do a variety of chip brushes. Now I'm going to show you that same piece that we worked on and adding more to it using some graining tools. So stay tuned. And as we showed you in my first video, we used chip brushes. These are the different sizes and widths and variety of chip brushes that we used for doing wood grain just with a chip brush. Now we're going to show you how to do a variety of wood grain using these babies, these rollers. And some of them have handles. I don't like the handles. These are easier without the handle because you have more control with it. And then the same thing, the rockers are cool, they're smaller, and different varieties we have here that have combs on the edges, and we can always change the direction these handles do come out, or some do. Like this one comes off, you can change it to this side and get a better use of however you want to use the comb on the edge. So, and this of course is your comb without any other graining tool besides that. This is just a comb. So, welcome, I'm Bonnie Sprung, and welcome to Set Design on a Budget. In the earlier video, I told you how you can get some paint for free, or at least for a discount, and those you can go to the big box tool stores out there, and they have what you call oops paint, and you can get it pretty cheap. So if you can't afford anything else besides house paint, you can do a lot with that. If you can afford to get some Scenic paint, which I like to use, I actually like to use it on top of what I started with, the house paint, and then I finish it off with Scenic paint. And that's what we're going to show you right now. I have these containers that I love to mix some paint in. So best way to recycle, yes. And some of these I use to just dip a little bit of water in, or I actually have some of these inside my paint can still there because I don't always like to pour the paint out, or I don't want to get any other paint in the other paint to contaminate it in any sort. So these are great just to leave in the paint. That's my little tip there. Here we've got Roscoe Broadway paint, which I actually like a lot. I also like, there's some other varieties out there, but this is what I happen to have because it's easy to access here in town. And we have some yellow ochre right here. And there we go. So, got some yellow ochre. As you can see, I left a cup in there. Aha! And here we have some burnt sienna. And if you can afford to get some Scenic paint, I would suggest at least getting, in earth tones, burnt sienna. There you go. Oh, there's another cup in there. And as you can see, I've used this for quite a long time, but I haven't even used half of it. And the reason why is because it's concentrated, plus you can water it down and it will still hold its color. That's what's great about Scenic paint. You can water it down to where it's just a transparency of a color, and that will give you extra variety to your variation, to your whatever you're doing, whatever texture you're doing, wood grain or stonework or marbling, whatever. And today we are doing wood grain, of course. And then, of course, I have some black. and cheap black. So that is house paint, but I will use a little bit of that to mix in with probably the burnt sienna to give a darker color of that. If you mix black with yellow ochre, it's going to be green. We don't want to do that, but unless you do want that, then you got that. So there we go. So there we go. Got some water there. We got everything set up, and stay tuned. So right now, you can see I just put a little bit of paint in this container, and I'm going to add water to that. Just a little bit. Added some water, and it's thin, but that's what I want right now. So we have our burnt sienna, and we're going to add some to this right here. As you can see, right now it's pretty thin, and I just want to add a little color there. And what's going to happen is we're going to take our roller, right here, and we're going to drag, maybe a little too thin. Yep, there we go. Drag and pull and drag. That might be a little too thin. There we go. Pull and drag. That's one variety. Let's try a different one. Let's try and get better. There we go. That's about some more of the. As you can see, there's no right or wrong, and that's kind of a cool look. There we go. So that's one type of a roller. You can go ahead and pour in some water, wipe it off. Here we have our tool, comb, and we can go back over that and pull some more out. There you go. So just with that alone, that has already given us a different look right there with some grain. Okay, let's go a little thicker. This got a little too wet. And here we have the burnt sienna. I made it a little thicker. It was a little too thin, but we're going to go over the orangey area with it and see what that does, and I'll use a different type of roller. And here we go. We're going to paint that out here. Okay, and then we'll take this rocker roller and rock back and forth, and there you go. And just like that, you just got a little bit of variety. Here we have the comb, and we're going to go ahead and just comb that through a little bit. It's kind of cool, but I want to go back, and I still want to keep some of that pattern in there. But no wrong way to do this, because grain is grain, and it's pretty cool. So here, I want to use some of the thinner one. We're going to come down on the side here and add some into that. There we go. Just a little bit. And just like that, gives a little variety. There we go. Of wood grain. Now I mixed up a little bit of yellow ochre, and of course, not that thin, but not too thick either. So we're going to place that over. We're going to place that over the black area and see what that gives us, because this is layers you'll want layers. If you want something fun and different, layers are always the best thing. Layers of transparency, layers of variety of color, and it's fun. So let's see what this does. We're going to add some yellow ochre to this area here. That is black. Not to be perfect. Nothing's perfect. And then we'll take this this one again, and we're gonna pull and drag this one. I'm getting resistance a little bit, but there you go. Pull and drag, and come back over. There you go. Pull and drag and pull and drag. I'm gonna go back over with a different roller. There we go. There we go. And just like that, that gives us a different look to the grain. Of course, you can go a step further, and we will after this all dries. And I'm going to come back over this with a different, there we go. Come back over this. You know what? I still want to get a pattern in there. Let's go back and get with this right. There we go. Nice. It's pretty cool. Might use this a little more often. So as you can see, that just gives you a different look there. So I'm going to add a little bit of black to this burnt sienna. So here we go. I added some black to the burnt sienna, and it's a lot darker now. It's more, there's another name for this color, but it's a darker burnt sienna. But it's not burnt sienna. It's a darker brown. We will go with that. So, with this, we're going to go over this with this variety, and it might be a little too. Let's go a little lighter. It might be too wet now. We're going to take that all the way to the end here. There you go. So, before that dries, we're going to take a roller. Let's try this guy. Don't know what this is going to give me. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. That's a different wood grain altogether. So, and again, we can take our comb tool. And do that. That's okay. But if you don't like it, we're going to go back over. We can change that look and use this guy and rock back and forth. And that's my favorite. There you go. That type of wood grain is my favorite. You can really tell the difference that it's wood grain with this style. And just with that alone, that is totally different variety. Look at this difference in types of wood grain. And what we did prior to that was with the chip brush. Of course, if you just wanted to paint the tone of the wood, whatever color you want first, base it with that, and then just do wood grain, you can do a variety of color on of this with wood grain, to get a different wood grain look. So this is just one way of doing it. This gets a little more complicated, I guess, or whatever, but here I'm going to go back over again with burnt sienna, or actually I'm going to go with the darker right now, and over this, and you'll see what this is going to look like just with this alone. And we're going to use the smaller one here. And look at that. That's very cool. So, different looks for different things. And again, if you wanted to put the comb through it again, this one has two types of comb. I'm going to change it and use the smaller variety of comb. There you go. Look at that. Actually, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I'm just going to wash it out. Pretty simple. It's a rubber-ish silicone type of a material. Okay, and then on this, let's see, we're going to go back and use the burnt sienna. Again, I'm going to wash the brush out first. And then we just added some more burnt sienna to this side here. And then we're going to utilize, let's see, what do we want to do? This little rocker, I think, is pretty much similar to this one. It might be a little different. Maybe, maybe not. There you go. And you can rock and you can pull, you can rock and pull. So, and there you go. You come back over here. And this has a little graining comb on the other edge there. I wanted a little more variation. As you can see, there is no right or wrong. If you don't like it, you can just go right over it again. And if you didn't like it at all, you definitely can go right over it again. So I'm just going to go one more time because it was a little too heavy. I'll wipe some of that off. And we're going to go one more time over it. Look at that. Much better. I like that a lot. So, as you can see, different varieties of wood graining, colors on top of what we had earlier. And then, after this is all dry, I will show you a new step. And that's going to be in another video, of course. So, thanks for watching. Till next time, keep on rolling and graining and having fun, because that's what it's all about. Enjoy, have fun, be experimental. There is no mistakes in scenic paint. Never, never, ever, ever. Set design on a budget. See you next time on Bonnie Sprung. Have a great day. You have leftover paint? There you go. Definitely do not want to waste that. Extra paint, always great to put them in these. So I didn't want to waste it because this paint is not cheap. So always best to have some of these around or some sort of container so you can put your extra paint in.